So, a couple days ago, Kevin Garnett tells one of his favorite stories about Michael Jordan.
What's your best MJ story?
Oh man, my best MJ. Well, one of my MJ story was one of my favorite MJ story is, since this is out there.
Now, what's great about this story is that the story was told before 2 years ago by Isaiah Ryder.
Tell us about when you and Garnett served Michael Jordan, though.
Oh, okay. Barnix, okay. I see him. Your man prepped
something
him.
happened
Your man
here,
prepped him.
I wanna hear
Okay.
about
So
that.
you and KG served Mike?
They didn't serve him.
I would get my 20s, 24s, 25s,
Yeah.
29 on Mike. Mike
Yeah.
don't get his 30, 32, 35. You make him have 40. He never got 40 on me, but he did get 35, 36. I mean, he
Yeah.
gets some money. You know, I try to keep him down to 25, 26, his average. Anything over that,
Okay.
you know, right?
Now, before I play back both videos, I want to give some context to what's going on. This was the 1995-96 regular season, and the Bulls were going on to their 72 wins and 10 loss record. On February 16th, the Timberwolves barely lost to the Bulls 103-100. So on February 27th, I think the Timberwolves were excited to do a rematch against the Bulls, who at that point was 50-6.
So what happened was, we're in Chicago, and I had played against Mike 3 times head up. So KG had never seen me play against Mike.
Yeah.
So we're in the game, and I got about 24 going into the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Mike got about 18, 19.
Okay.
So I'm quiet. I always stay quiet when I play Mike. I didn't talk too much. I mean, if he talked to me, I was going to talk back, but he never talked crazy to me. We just played. But I never talked crazy to him at all, right?
Yeah. You knew better.
So we come out of the fourth quarter, KG like, man, keep going at his ass. Serve him. He can't guard you. He can't da-da-da with you. He can't mess with you.
Yeah.
I was like, I was quiet. I'm looking at him like, just chill. Because Mike was literally right there.
And
Him
KG
Scotty.
was hype. Like
And
KG
he's super hype.
Yes.
You know,
loud.
I'm super hype. So we vibe, right? But I'm like, chill. He's like, man, he looked at me like, man, he can't guard you. Keep going at him. I'm like, man, chill. He's like, what? I was like, he's standing right here, buddy. and and KG was like, I don't care. Keep going at him.
Wow,
Too strong for this dude, man. Too strong for him. I was like, wow. So Mike looked at KG, looked at me, looked at KG. I was like, Mike, he don't know the rules of the game, man. He's just a young puppy. You know what I mean? Mike was like, okay, you talking? You know what I mean? I said, man, he don't know the rules of the game.
Yeah.
And Mike looked at him again like, okay. Looked at me like, okay. I said, what you looking at me like that for, right? Went to the fourth quarter, man. That man got about 17 quick. Mad, looking at KG, looking at me, looking at KG.
Motivate him.
I said, look, I got to guard that man. Not you. You know what I mean? Mind you, KG was having a great game on Scotty. We both, KG had about 30, I had about 28.
Yeah.
I mean, we was getting it.
It's amazing.
But KG didn't understand that we don't talk to Mike like that.
No, don't gas him up. Don't gas him up.
At least I guard that man.
Right.
You can go talk to Scotty or whoever all you want.
Well, you said the rules. He didn't know the rules.
You know the rules. There's certain rules out there. When you
Don't
play
pump
Mike.
him up,
Listen,
dog.
You can get 30 and be cool. Okay, Mike got 30. But you don't want him to be mad and go get 50.
That'll
Or
happen.
60. That'll happen easy.
You were a part of a great era. It's different. The league's a little different now. It's fun to watch, but the last of the greats, when it was real physical and there was the big guys were the big guys and people were tough and it was fun, man. It's a pleasure having you in here, dude.
Thank you, sir.
Man, most definitely, man. Big fan, man.
We in Chicago. You know, it's my rookie year, the second half of the year. You know how you're not caught on now, right? Now you got your little 1-2 moves. You getting them off right now. You got some confidence, right? So I'm in that. So I'm in the wave. I'm playing decent. I'm starting whatever. However, we get to Chicago. Ronnie was just in the bad crash. I haven't had no sleep, so I'm on a getting back to the go. I got about 70 people at the game, the hood in here. We all in here, right? So I'm just on one, but I haven't had no sleep. I'm just on like I come in here, man, and it was hard seeing my partner in the bed like that. He had a big ass halo around his neck, but he was such in good spirits, man. Phil, shout out to Ronnie Fields, my
He
dude.
still was dunking with that shit on, too.
Listen, bro, he was dunking that motherfucker, doing the same dunks with that halo on his head, which is crazy. Anyway, I'm playing, right? But JR is having a good game. You know, JR and Mike.
JR Ryder.
JR Ryder. Shout out to JR
Shout out
Ryder,
to
right?
Easy Rider.
So I'm like, as we come out the timeout, just I'm on, y'all. I can't even explain it. I was just like, keep killing that nigga, yo. You killing that nigga, boning him, yo. yo, straight up. You having a good game, Joe. Keep going. But it was on some like just fly by. Like he was like, yeah, you too. So as I'm walking off, the nigga right here, Mike can hear me, but I don't really give a fuck. So I'm like, so I double back like, yeah, man, keep killing that nigga, yo. You killing that motherfucker. So as I say that, I feel it. Hands on hips, legs locked.
Then look.
The nigga stabbed me for about 15 seconds.
You feel that?
So I start to feel it. There's two ways you can go in this. I can walk this off out like I don't even feel it and play it off and dummy out. Fuck that. Now I'm in here, I got so I'm on. Keep killing this nigga. Okay, keep it up. So I hear JR go, yo, all right, yo, fella, keep going, yeah, you too. So he's trying to get me off and over. I don't even, now that I recall it, he was trying to kind of just get off and over. So he go, so I double back, go, and get ready to say something. So he go, hey, look, Mike, he don't really know how I see him and Mike having a conversation. So he's like, he don't really know he excited, whatever. So now MJ on the back leg joint, when he's
leaning on you. Is that right?
Okay, yeah, huh? I can't even really describe the next like 6 to 7 minutes of play, y'all. In this next 6 to 7 minutes of play, y'all, we get two 10-second calls. When you bring the ball up, you got to
get across half
two
court.
10-second calls. We down 25 now. It was just at 2. Mike had 18. He had like 40 now. JR, myself, we ain't scored in like about 4 minutes. Then I subbed like 3 of the starters. Like it's just finally flipped. It got bad quick, yo. I come to the joint and they know this. When you come and you've been on the run, when you not got back on the floor, got back, had to rebound, and you feel like you on defense all the time, you come to the bench like this. So I was like, JR, man, my bad, dog. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. He like, it's cool, man. I told you, just shut your ass up, man. You're not fun. So you got in between the Gatorade there where you like, damn, and next thing you know, we over there like this. And Mike came down. Okay, young fella. Okay, damn, young fella. Damn, y'all done? Damn, young fella. Never talk shit to Mike ever again in life.
So the story from J.R. Ryder and Kevin Garnett are great, but I think their numbers are a little bit mixed up. And so what I did was I went and tried to find the numbers, except the numbers aren't there. So I just kind of had to do a little bit of reverse engineering. So I can tell you guys exactly what happened at that point before the trash talking started, and then after the trash talking started. And just give you guys a good picture of what really happened as far as the stats show. So the story begins at the third quarter where the Bulls are only leading by 2 and there's 1 minute and 34 seconds left on the clock. Now, Garnett and Ryder are having a good game. They have 14 points, 16 points respectively. They're shooting good field goal percentage, and you can tell that Michael Jordan, with only 16 points at that time, wasn't shooting very well. He had a good amount of assists, but it was a subpar game for Michael Jordan. And this is almost the fourth quarter, so things aren't looking good for the Bulls at this moment. And Jordan gets fouled by Ryder, and Ryder is just kind of disappointed. And there's a timeout, and Kevin Garnett, you could see he's just gonna kind of hug Ryder as they're walking to the team bench, and that's probably where the trash talking started. You don't get to see any more, but you get to see what happens afterwards.
Third period here, Ryder comes around and picks up the foul. And we get a timeout. 1 minute, 32 seconds left in the third, and the Bulls lead it by 2.
Now, after this point, right, here's the good stuff. In 9.5 minutes of playing, Jordan scores 19 points, where Garnett and Ryder both combined for just 10 points. So that's basically what happened.
Of other guys in return for Charles Smith, John Starks, Hubert Davis, and a couple of other guys, but Ernie Grunfeld's West in his big contract.
Both teams wanted Ryder.
Well, and that's a big deal now. His contract coming down the stretch.
76-72. Bulls with the lead as Ryder will bring it across against MJ. Spud Webb comes over to help.
You go slack on Webb. Don't let him drive down the middle. He doesn't have that good long distance outside shot.
They're looking for a one-on-one down low. Ryder comes inside, missed it. Rebound, Michael. Offensive rebounds to me, John, I don't know how you feel. They're the sign of a warrior. That's a guy who really wants the ball.
Those are the toughest rebounds.
Oh. MJ with under a minute left in the third. Fades, fires and hits. '78-74. Bulls just cannot shake the Minnesota Timberwolves. MJ fades again and hits one more time.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, good point.
Well, what they wanted to do was to take advantage of a 2-on-1, and now they've got about, what, about 5 seconds difference.
Shot clock, game clock. Shot clock's at 11, at 10 right now. Inside, Ryder spins and puts it in.
Webb handle the ball outside.
9 seconds. That's what's left third period. Bulls lead it by 4. MJ has been hot. Fadeaway jumper off the glass. 2 seconds left, third period. Spud Webb runs into Steve Kerr, throws it up, and we have played 3 periods here at the United Center. And the Bulls lead Minnesota 82-76. Didn't use it. This is the guy with a hot hand. MJ. Crossover, fade away from 16 back to the rim. Tony timed his jump but couldn't get it. Andrew Lang back in.
They put too much pressure on Webb and they let him break it down. Let him take all the shots.
For Kevin Garnett. Johnny, he has all the makings of being a big-time player. He's good now. MJ with a fake, fadeaway jumper. Michael couldn't get it. Luke fought for the rebound. He and Garnett, it's out of bounds, belonging to Minnesota. That was his first basket of the second half.
Spud Webb fires the ball up when you get some good angles here when you watch the Sports Channel.
Good camera work, Dave. Lob pass inside. Garnett baseline jumper. He did this in Minnesota too, didn't he? Kind of quiet for a while.
Why don't you make Spud Webb do it?
Throws it up. No, but a foul called as Michael goes to the bucket. Ball.
If I sound a little bit offbeat on that, I mean, why wouldn't you let Spud Webb, who's shooting 250 from 3-point, enter?
MJ makes them both, and it's 84-80 now. Bulls with the lead.
Must have done him some good. How about it, guys?
I hope it's a good thing it's not his second year, right?
MJ got fouled.
A second year, I mean, Jenkins. All kinds of blue shirts around him that time, wasn't there? Well, Lou did that little thing on Pip, sitting down, getting some rest, and needing some rest, and he's been getting some rest. And
MJ knocks it in, makes it 89-80 now. Is this the run that we keep looking for? Been a little absent for a while. Lang line drives the first one in. Ryder comes in. Mitchell will leave. Lang. The rolling hook. Nope, and Michael right there took it away from Rodman. MJ accelerates. Stops for 3.
I thought that was short, but he just barreled it in, and Flip Saunders says, hey, we better talk this over again.
Timeout Minnesota, 7:42 left, and the Bulls lead it now, 96-82. Tony right there with a rebound. Out to MJ, 96-82, Bulls with the lead. Michael, fadeaway jumper, baseline, and he hits again.
I didn't think he was going to get 20 tonight. He's got 33. He really came back strong.
94-82 now, Bulls with the lead. Down low, inside, Isaiah Ryder with the slam. 98-84 now. Halfway through the fourth period, Bulls lead at 100-86. Michael. Couldn't get that one, and Kevin Garnett right there for the rebound. Kevin Garnett with 8 rebounds and 18 points. Porter brings it across the wing, comes right down, kicks it back out. Isaiah Ryder's out there. Ryder wanted the one-on-one move inside, lands for the slam.
Isaiah Ryder shows you the talent he's got of spotting guys that are open too. You know what the Bulls were last year? 47-35. They're going for number 50 tonight.
Scotty bounces inside. Michael over his head.
Didn't look like he knew where he was at the time, but he did pop that dude in.
102-88. Bulls with the lead. Porter comes off the screen, top of the circle, and Luke and MJ right there to fight. Michael knew better of that. Luke's got a nice ball game going. Back-to-back games, in fact. Has it down low. Kicks it out to Tony. Open for 3. And Ryder pushes it.
Oh, yeah. He saw Gugliotta running down for the alley-oop, and ball came back up, and he forgot to just touch it with one hand. Yeah, it's your bad.
For this mountain to watch every game. Ryder for 3, top of the circle, back of the rim. Gugliotta comes up with a rebound. Ryder wanted it back. Instead, it's Garnett. Almost walked. Oh, what a slam from Kevin Garnett.
Went from an almost turnover to his 20th points of the game.
It really is going to be something. Kukoc. No look to MJ. Spins back to Scotty. Top of the circle. That kept it out.
Pip says finally about time.
(108-93) now. Bulls with the lead. Ryder on the wing for 3. And MJ right there. Looks down the floor. Faded back. He looked like a quarterback on that one.
The Bulls went from a very tough game to really knocking it open.
Scotty gets it back. Steve Kerr with a fake on top of Scotty. And Kevin Garnett fouled him. And Scotty made the bucket. Scotty's looking back at the bench. He was laughing because he made another basket.
So there you have it. You can rewatch the whole thing, and I can go ahead and put the before, after, and the final stats there for you to look at. And so that was the first and last time Kevin Garnett ever trash talked Michael Jordan. Thanks.